The never-ending controversial topic on chemtrails. Let's talk about it. All right, chemtrails. So if there's anything that the public mainstream media is good at, it is desensitizing the public to accept pushed propaganda and agendas. For instance, gender changing and underage sex and stuff like that. Well, this topic is about chemtrails and some of my experience and my personal opinion on the matter. So geoengineering, or climate control, is a very, very big industry, and there are a lot of contractors that receive awards in order to continue to build and manipulate weather. You got HARP, you've got different things around the earth that are used to control the weather. And if you can control the weather, you can control a lot, and that is part of this piece of the puzzle that I'm trying to put together. So I notice if anybody can't open their eyes and see the crisscross patterns of clouds getting formed by these unmarked planes, or planes that are pretending to be like UPS and stuff like that, then you need to open your eyes, because not only are different contractors coming out and saying that they have awards to do climate control through chemical engineering by spraying in the sky, but it's all over news media and stuff like that, slowly trickling down to inform the public. And that's part of a weird thing that the elites kind of do, is they inform us subliminally or blatantly of what they're actually doing. And I don't know if it's a karma thing or what, but so I noticed, I thought it was only during hot climate that they would spray, but I noticed one day that it was freezing outside and they were still spraying. I also noticed that during TRUMP's reign, when the federal government had shut down, that they were still spraying as the government was shut down. So it's not the US federal government, it's something else is doing all the spraying. One thing I noticed one day is I went outside and I counted like 15 of them spraying in a grid pattern, and then I went inside on the computer and I looked up commercial and government flight trackers, and there was only like one plane that was registered to be in the sky at that time. So whatever's doing this is very elite, outside of the public tracking and viewing ability. And I don't know if anybody has personal information to be able to identify what I think NASA's probably involved heavily in it. The mainstream will try to tell you, oh, it's just plane exhaust. It's like, yeah, right. I mean, plane exhaust doesn't stay up in the air for thousands of miles and create complete vision barriers and blankets in a grid pattern. Like, it's just like, wake up. So here's my personal opinion on it. I don't think that the aluminum nanoparticles that are being rained down with the barium and strontium is used to turn us into antennas for 5G or nothing like that. Here's my personal opinion, and a lot of people don't know this, but on 9/11 there was a gigantic hurricane that was getting ready to hit New York, and right before, only one news channel reported it one time, and right before it was getting ready to hit, it just stopped and turned around. And my thoughts are this: there is like a grid pattern of HARP type antennas that can pump massive amounts of energy into the ionosphere at any given time and control and hit things. What I think these clouds are doing is it is giving an object or a barrier or a basically blanket inside of the sky that the HARP or antennas can ping off of in order to create high and low pressure systems in order to steer and guide and control the weather. This is a great website with a wealth of knowledge. I used to be heavily involved in some of this stuff, but I've kind of backed out in the last few years. But if you have any information and you want to share and provide, I'd appreciate it.